Glancing over my records of the late last century, I am faced by the events of a certain bitter winter. A murder in a carriage as it sped through dense London fog in the dead of night. Though the victim and the perpetrator were the only ones inside, there were multiple witnesses to the crime itself. However, none could have imagined at the time that such a seemingly obvious case as this would end in such a horrendous manner. My friend, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, once said of the incident, "I believe that perhaps that case was indeed the prelude. The beginning of a long concerto that impressive Japanese student and I were to play together."
Animated cutscene? An Ace Attorney?
Amazing.
Oh nah, I look like Rido.
Is this really just a railway station?
Railway station or not, I've never seen such an enormous building before.
And look at all the steam locomotives. This country is incredible.
Oh my god, my Pookie Bear Hoons. How you doing? I just realized that the main protagonist looks like the main protagonist of another game, and I'm losing my mind.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
So this is the capital of Great Britain.
So, where to?
Oh, hello.
You're not busy with work?
I'll take you wherever you want
I'm
to
so
go.
tired. I was coding for like
In that
it's
case,
been Git problem after
the
Git
Supreme
problem.
Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
My pleasure. I suppose you're visiting students from abroad, eh?
Yes.
Thought so. Well then, I hope you enjoy your stay. And welcome to the centre of the world, Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
We're in London. I'm studying abroad. Haven't done it in real life, but I'm here to do it in the game. What an incredible place. It's so imposing, it's almost suffocating. This place is breathtaking. It looks like a fortress. There are some stone buildings like this in Japan now, of course, but they've only been built in a few short decades since we opened our borders to the outside world. An authentic example like this has quite a different impact, wouldn't you agree? A far cry from the wood and paper most of our buildings are constructed from. It's certainly unfamiliar. To the night, I think there's more to the differences than just construction materials. This is like high-tech building. What is this place again? This is the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Chief Justice's office, and the Supreme Court of Great Britain. The Lord Chief Justice. We had instructions to report here at this time if circumstances were different. We were supposed to let the Lord Chief Justice know that we arrived from Japan. But Kazuma can't. So instead we are here in a different capacity. As envoys to report the news of Kazuma-sama's death. Damn, that's a little morbid. Yes. And having delivered his or her message, an envoy's duty is done. Oh my god, it's Javi on Tuesday. 07. No. How you doing, Javi? I don't know if you've ever joined before. That hurts me. No, I'm kidding. How you doing? This is just yap session in the game. I miss you so much. Did you move already? So we have to return to Japan. If you want to remain here in Great Britain, I have to take Kazuma's place as the law student selected for the study tour. We move in June. Okay, I thought so. We have a few months. We need to hang out. I just haven't had this time with my new job and classes ending this next 2-3 weeks. Or for me, class singular. But I'm glad you're doing well. Oh, it's a bit low? Really? Let's see. I can turn it up, but more games too loud. Let's see. I can tweak it a little bit. Is that ratio better? I feel like a DJ. I'm down. Let me know when you're down. We can plan. Oh, you're good now? Cool. Chancellor's office is always so cool. I know, I actually really like the design. This is what I've been studying for. Here in Great Britain is the Lord Chief Justice who appoints lawyers. So that's the second reason why we're here. To have you officially recognized as a lawyer. It's the only way that we'll be able to remain here in London. I hope I'm up to scratch. My beautiful voice. Aww. Did I finish my work? Yeah. My work's done for today. It was a fucking mess with like Git branches, and the problem with Unity is like some files just save every 5 seconds, so my version could be completely different than my friends, and it was a lot. Yeah. Git wasn't treating me well today. So I got less coding done, just more Git making things work. Oh, who are you? Oh. I trust you weren't too exhausted after your long voyage from Japan. Who the fuck? It seems I'm 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 47 seconds late. Don't mention it. We're never happier than when we're standing around with nothing much to do. That's crazy. How fortunate. Who is this guy? So introductions. I'm Male Strongheart, Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire. I feel like a little mouse under an elephant's foot. Come on, Mr. Naruhodo, don't be a mouse. Oh, it's an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Strongheart. Damn, daddy. Oh, no. That's a daddy right there. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, welcome to London. It's like I'm there. The capital of our glorious British Empire. Ah, yes, thank you. Oh, alright, we're just going right into it. So what are your impressions of our capital so far? How do you like London? Help! I've just been so nervous ever since I got here that I can't remember a single thing about the city. It's simply splendid, isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh? We have a wonderful view of some of London's streets from the carriage on the way here from the station. Everything is so impressive and grand. I must say I'm almost lost for words. I'm glad to hear you like it. The city boasts tramways, piped water and gas, even cables supplying electricity. We spearhead every revolutionary new technology in the world. Every visitor to London is astounded. Oh yes, astounded is the word. And everyone seems so jolly and full of vigor. Yes, and there's much excitement about the upcoming great exhibition we'll be hosting here in London. Great exhibition. Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking. Cultural and technological achievements from around the globe are to be exhibited here in our great city. It will be the greatest spectacle of its kind in history, and will make Paris' World Fair look like a toy shop. Gosh, I can hardly imagine how magnificent it's going to be. Great Britain's capital city is nothing but magnificent. London is the center of the modern world. Is this how all, like, British people act? The sun will never set on our great empire. Nihon. Perhaps it is fate that in these progressive times we welcome visitors from the land of the rising sun. I'm a law student. Lord Chief Justice, I think you were expecting a student of this. Yeah. Absolutely, I'm Mr. Kazuma Sogi, if my memory serves. That's right. The British government has already been telegraphed a full report of the situation. Oh, wow. Oh. The news reached him before we arrived. What'd I say? What would I say? My country naturally extends its deepest condolences to yours. And And you honor this appointment specifically to inform me of the news? Yes. Yeah. We are here in the capacity of envoys from Japan to report this sad news in person. They tell me you Japanese are people of protocol and courtesy, and I see that's true. Is it? I'm here. I've never met a British person. That's not true. That's not true. But it's funny if you guys think it's true. So please think it's true. It is with some regret that I must inform you that the death of the young lawyer means this study tour arrangement can no longer proceed. No! If you would just hear us out, Lord Strongheart. Oh shit. What do you have to say, madam? It's about the study tour. Mr. Naruhodo here would like to make a proposal. Would he now? Well, Mr. Naruhodo, this is it then. The moment of truth. I would like to be... Don't doubt me. The thing is, Lord Justice, Lord Strongheart, I was wondering if perhaps you would consider allowing the study tour to go on ahead. Don't misunderstand me. Britain would ideally like to see the tour go ahead, but without a lawyer from your country, there's nothing to be done. Well, in that case, what if there was someone else? Another lawyer from Japan, I mean. Yo, you about to hit me with that stick. I ain't gonna say no either. Is there something I don't know? Only a single lawyer was invited to Great Britain from her country, and that was Mr. Asogi. At least, that is what I've been led to understand. Well, the thing is, this really isn't going well at all. I just can't seem to find the right words to say this, man. Bro, lock in. I could ruin things here if I'm not careful. What am I gonna say? Is there someone else here from Japan who could be described as a lawyer? There's no one! It's nobody! Whoop whoop! It's me! Take that! It's me. I can do it. Is that so? I mean, I don't actually have any qualifications and such, but, you know, like, my resume looks pretty good. I solved the case on my friend's death. And I graduated with a 2.7. No qualifications, you say? And you still claim to be a lawyer? I have acted as a lawyer in court before, only once, as it happens. And I had Kazuma to help me, and I was the accused, but glossing over the details. That's true, I forgot about the first chapter. I've been spending every spare moment on the journey here to Great Britain studying. I've learned all about British law and court proceedings while I was aboard the SS Beria. The voyage from Japan is some 50 days, I believe. Not what you might call a full education. Hey, coding boot camps, lawyer boot camps. To become a qualified lawyer here in Britain, not only do you need to do a university degree in law, you must also complete several years of training. I realize it's far too short a period of time, but I can't just go back to Japan. Kazuma, Mr. Asogi's journey has only just begun. Coming here on this study tour was all he thought about. I have to carry on and do everything he planned to. I know it must sound like I have an overly inflated opinion of myself, but I would do anything to prove that I have what it takes. Any test you care to set me. Just one chance, that's all I'm asking for. Please! Please! 31 seconds. Sorry. Your opening statement there, Mr. Naruhodo, was 31 seconds long. Not too brief, not too protracted. A perfectly judged appeal, I would say. This is why people get anxiety when they go through interviews, man. With a skill that would stand you in good stead as a lawyer. Oh, thanks. So you're willing to put those words to trial, are you? Well, I'm all for entertainment. But let me ask you one thing first, sir. What's up? You say you intend to do everything Mr. Asogi planned to do. Are you firmly set on that path? I'm gonna murder somebody with my sword? What does that mean? What was Kazuma gonna do? Very well. You have your wish. I'll give you a chance. A test to become a specially certified lawyer. Whether you pass or fail is entirely down to you. Test. So what form will the test take exactly? Combat. Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo, what do you consider the role of a lawyer to be? Defending people? Well said. So let's have you defend someone. Your timing is perfect, in fact. There's an pursuit trial about to begin later today. No advocate has been appointed for the defense as yet, so this will be welcome news. Today? Straight away? Oh yeah. If you manage to secure a verdict of not guilty, you'll have passed my test. What could be simpler? Oh. Well, can I ask what sort of trial it is? Yes, good question. I remember. It's a murder trial. A murder? An extremely simple case, I understand. You really can't lose. But I should mention, just in case, if the defendant is found guilty, he will of course be sentenced to capital punishment. He'll be put to death. Here in Great Britain, murderers are sent to the gallows without exception. Assassin's Creed. Presumably you read that much in your short C-based introduction to British law. We can't possibly agree to such a test. We would be toying with a man's life. I'm the Lord Chief Justice and I've decided it's acceptable. Oh, his personality is interesting. He's giving kind of like Von Karma, bro. There's no need to overcomplicate this. All you have to do is ensure that you don't lose. So the defendant may live or die depending on how well I perform. If I lose, he'll be hanged. Mr. Naruhodo, you've come to me claiming to be a lawyer. If you want me to take you seriously, you need to prove you're willing to do a lawyer's job. And you say you intend to see through the will of your compatriot, Mr. Asogi. I would like to understand just how far you're willing to go in order to make that happen. What's the matter? You've fallen silent. Daddy! I'm sorry, but time is pressing. The trial begins shortly. I need an answer from you now. What's it to be? Let's do it, bro. I'll do it. Alright then. If I have to give you a decision now, my answer is... Bruh. 15 seconds. Your decision making needs work if you want to be a lawyer. That was too slow. My bad. So it's as I suspected, is it? You have noble intentions, but lack the resolve to see them through. The test is cancelled. Thank you for stopping by. No! Game over? Already? Go and acquire your ticket for your passage back to the east tomorrow. This conversation's over. Yes, Lord Strongheart. Thank you for offering me a chance. Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry, Mr. Sato, but what could I do? It's alright, I understand. It's not an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances, but resolve has absolutely nothing to do with it. Oh damn, she's talking back. I think what Ms. Susato means is that no matter how badly I'd like to get recognized as a lawyer and stay here in Great Britain, to risk another man's life by treating his one and only chance at a trial so trivially, would be utterly unforgivable. And I feel exactly the same way. Damn, you talk yo talk. I'm sure the defendant won't see this trial as a test, as some kind of experiment. It's Neuvillette, bro. That's why, obviously. That's why I think he's cool. A lawyer may fight for his clients in court day after day. But for each one of those clients, the particular day they stand in the dock may be the only chance they have to fight to prove their innocence. No, I was wrong. I'm not qualified to do that job yet. I'm sorry for wasting your precious time. Dang. No, bro. We have so many cases. Oh? Wait. Dude, they have the same thing. They have the same, like, Umio. Watashi ga kaite kita. You know, like, Homatsu to naru ga, you know, he has that same thing. Neuvillette slander? What? He's cool. Look at his eyes. And his beautiful hair. And his shoulders. It's approximately 20 minutes by carriage to the Old Bailey from here. If you leave immediately, you should still be there in no time. I was quite serious on what I told you. The defendant in this case has literally no one to advocate for him. At this point, he can't hope to find someone to represent him. The trial will begin without a defense. If that happens, there's only one possible outcome. Death. He receives the most severe sentence the judge... Oh, damn. But that is the truth. Why does it have to be like this? Please don't expect an answer to every question. Dang. The cold hard truth of the matter is that there is only one person now with a chance to save this man from a very miserable end. And that is you. So, what do you say now, madam? You said it was an easy decision. It wasn't an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances, and I agree. But in my estimation, it is purely and simply a matter of resolve. Kokugo. Ow. Our time is up here. I have a meeting to attend. I must leave in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Actually, I have... So venture into our great city and enjoy yourselves. Okay. He's gone. The Old Bailey. We're going to do this, Mr. Naruhodo. We have to leave at once. I'm done. Let's go. Converse? Or can I just go? Do we get to see like a cab? What? We just teleported. Oh, thank goodness we're in time. There's still 15 minutes until the trial begins. I never knew a horse-drawn carriage could go so fast. I thought my teeth were going to rattle loose. Did you hear what I said to the driver when we climbed aboard? Get us to our destination in 5 minutes, driver, and there's a guinea in it for you. It's one of my favorite lines from the Sherlock Holmes stories, and it worked perfectly. I'm not sure why you're so pleased. I thought we were going to die, and we had to pay gold for the privilege. Well, at least we arrived here before the trial started. Yes, I suppose there's that. Anyway, I don't understand it. The court clerk said that the defendant should be here, but there's no sign of him at all. So this is the Old Bailey, even this room for blah 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 blah. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? I'm feeling tense, that's all. This place gives me the same sense of foreboding that I remember from the Supreme Court in Japan. An oppressive air, almost as if the building itself is going to crush whoever is about to be sentenced. Just like only yesterday I was the one who was about to be crushed. Yes, whoever the man you're to defend is, I imagine he's feeling very alone at this moment. Top of the morning to you, madam. Sir? Oh my god, it's... I don't know. What he used to do when he'd follow me here. Things are fair desperate, aren't they? I don't even know what accent that is. Sorry? Would you look at those expressionless faces? From the east, are you, say? We're from Japan. Yes. Japan, is it? Right, say no more. So, how much do you need? No, we're just here because... No need to explain, fella. I've been there myself. Have it? No place to go, nothing to eat, barely a penny to your name, and all while in a strange, faraway land. Well, actually, we haven't found a place to stay yet, no. Tis grand, tis grand. Let me start by giving you you said 1,000 guineas. Say nothing now. Ha. 1,000 guineas? But 1,000 guineas is enough to build an entire mansion in the most prestigious area of Tokyo. What? Tis nothing to me at all. I like to ensure I have sufficient funds to weather a rainy day, you see. Who is this guy? Is he like... Is he the prosecutor? Is he my prosecutor? Is he my my defendant? I have enough wealth to buy the city of London 2 or 3 times over. Well, even so, we could possibly accept such a large sum of money. We couldn't, I think. Ah! That hit me on the eye. Don't get me wrong, fella. I'm not giving it to you no strings attached. I'll be wanting you to do something for me. To be honest, 'tis a little embarrassing. The trials that's about to begin, you see, is for me to self-fear. Oh, I'll be in the dock. So now, what I want you to do is come along with me and stand there beside me. Officially, you'd be my lawyer, but that's just a little detail now. Oh, well, the thing is, don't worry about a thing. All you have to do is stand up next to me, nothing more. Otherwise, you see, the trial's going to start without me having any kind of representation at all. So it was true. The Lord Chief Justice wasn't just making it all up. Oh wait, are you the defendant? Bluster and blazes, do you not know who I am? I'm one of the best Falcos in the world. One of London's biggest names? No, sorry, we've only just arrived in the city, you see. I see. I suppose it isn't altogether impossible. Well, just next to Hyde Park, there's a center. There, in the center of London, is another beautiful park. Huh? 'Tis called McGilded Park, full of blossoming flowers in the spring and singing birds and whatnot. I donated it to the city, so I did. An entire park? A city of smiles. That's my vision for London. There's nothing Magnus McGilded wouldn't do for the city and its queer old people. That's amazing. I mean, really extraordinary. But now they've the gall to say I'm good for nothing criminal. Me, Magnus McGilded. What is the matter with the London police, I ask you? Alright, don't pass out. Like, damn. Mr. Naruhodo. Perhaps now would be a good time to introduce ourselves while the gentleman catches his breath. Good idea. Mr. McGilded, the thing is, we're actually here in London to study British law. We're law students on a study tour from Japan, you see. So if you don't have a lawyer for the trial yet, and you'd be happy to put... Oh. What was I saying after... What was I after saying, you daft idiot? I've given you 1,000 guineas to stand up there next to me, haven't I? I'll take the money. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. Oh my god, bro. I know what you're thinking. This chance of a fella claims to have more money than the Queen. But if that's true, why the blazes can he hire the finest lawyer in all of England? I also thought that. Because he did it. Just because he did it, that's the only explanation. Well... Exactly. I want to see it right now. Exactly. What now? Well, like I said, if you have all the money but you didn't have anyone to represent the court, there's no other logical conclusion that you're already guilty of charges. Well, you can call a spade in the East, so you do. I'm sorry, I didn't mean offense. I did. I still can't express myself very well in English, you see. Me no English. And I'm never sure what's acceptable to say and what isn't so. Isn't that so? Is that so? Because you found it fluent enough when you were telling me what a blackguard I must be. I'm sorry. Don't apologize, bro. He's like accusing you. It's a little strange. Why you don't have a lawyer? That would be the fault of the Reaper. Sorry? Did you just say Reaper? The Grim Reaper of the Bailey, Lord Barak von Zeeks. What? He's the prosecutor. The prosecutor is the Grim Reaper? Is that the Grim Reaper? When von Zeek stands for prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial lambs. And to this day, in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. Edgeworth? So it's reached a desperate situation, where there's no one willing to stand in defense against the fellow at all. You can say he's a living legend of the Old Bailey. Goodness. He must be an exceptionally talented prosecutor then. Talented is the word you're looking for, madam. It's cursed. The defendant is summoned and the counsel and Billy's make way to the courtroom. Ah, shit. Well then, fella, don't let me down. But I don't know anything about the case. You haven't told me what happened. Until you showed your face here, I'd made up my mind, so I had. I decided I'd have to defend myself in there. But then you made an appearance, assuming the law would, you know. There's no accent I can assure you that 'tis fate. So don't get cold feet now, please. Dude, I know nothing about this guy. In fact, the only thing I do know... Oh. I won't turn my back, man. I promise. Man has no one. He'll be able to stand. He'll have to stand alone in the courtroom. He has something that Cosmo will never have allowed. Counsel for defense. If you're late for the start of the trial, you will lose your right. Oh shit! Let's go. Let's go. It's happening then. My first trial in the British court. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. Because I have no idea how I'm gonna manage this. Yeah. All these court cases have been like... Whoa, that's pretty. Oh. There's a maid. Guys, there's a maid. The Oratrice Mécanique de Daniel Cardinal. So this is the highest court in Great Britain, the Old Bailey. The centuries of history in this place is palpable, isn't it? It's so different to the Supreme Court in Japan. It feels both imposing and serene at the same time. The atmosphere almost makes words redundant. Whenever in a country, determining a person's guilt or innocence is always a solemn affair. May I say something, Mr. Naruto? Oh yes. You chill out, bro. Your eyes look ready to pop out of your head again. I know, but I just can't help it. Yeah, it's a little scary. Ooh. Is that the Grim Reaper? Yo, he looks scary as hell. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. That song is crazy. We are here today to determine the guilt or innocence of Mr. Magnus McGilded. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is fully prepared. That must be the Reaper of the Bailey. He really does look fully prepared to dispatch his next poor victims to the other world. Counsel for the defense, you appear to be Eastern. Do you speak English? Huh? Oh yes, of course, sorry. But he asked if the defense was ready, and I couldn't be further from ready if I tried. Those eyes please me, Nipponese. You're racist. They shroud your fear, your doubt, your trepidation. They run wild, clinging to some phantom notion of courage. The quintessential quintuplets, look of a sacrificial lamb. Ugh, a cold shiver just ran down my spine all the way to the tips of my toes. Now, Mr. McGilded. Yes, my lord? You stand accused of murder, a capital offense. You could be sent to the gallows if found guilty. Are you quite sure you wish to entrust your defense to this foreigner, this Nipponese, as they say? As I've always said, my lord, 'tis a grand thing to give opportunities to the young. Even if the fellow is a student from some little island off in the Far East, it is not the British way to ignore the dangers to yourself and give those less fortunate a fair chance. I like to think that all the acts of chivalry do the great British Empire proud. Listen to Mr. McGilded, what a fine gentleman London has in him. Did you hear that he donated? Mother, please, can we go? It seems as though everyone in the public gallery is firmly behind Mr. McGilded. That's definitely welcome news, and he certainly has a way with words. I'm surprised he couldn't convince anyone to defend him. Eloquently put, Mr. McGilded, and most laudable sentiments. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm sure I need hardly remind you that you 6 members of the public have been selected for your impartiality. Are you ready to proceed? Yes, my lord. If the task is to send rotters to the gallows where they belong, I'm more than ready. In the manner, his lordship always says we should dispose of rubbish promptly. Naturally, I agree. Any criminals here will soon be wishing they never set eyes on me. Sorry. I feel a chill. Oh, don't mind me, my dears. I'll just be getting on with my knitting and must finish these mitts for my grandson. Ah, Mr. Naruto, those people are the jury. Yes, that's something we don't have in Japan yet. Oh, God. That's right. I've only ever read about it. But here in Great Britain, the court's final verdict depends on the opinion of these 6 jurors. The judge passes sentences according to the law, but the jurors determine guilt based on common sense, so the defendant is ultimately judged from 2 completely different points of view. But how exactly do the jurors give their verdict? That I don't know, but I'm sure it will become clear as the trial progresses. Yes. Prosecutor Von Zeeks. My lord. It's been a number of years since we've seen you here in the courtroom. I thought you'd renounced your fame. I'm known as the Reaper of the Bailey, my lord. Infamy rather than fame, I would say. But yes, 5 years have passed since I last spread my wings in this capacity. So what brings you back? Is there some change of circumstance of which the court should be aware? I leave that to your imagination, my lord. So the Reaper has been out of action for 5 years. Why do you have to choose today of all days to make a comeback? Don't lose heart, Mr. Naruhodo. We're so screwed. I don't think we will do. As you wish, sir. The court nevertheless welcomes your return. Now then, opening statements, I think, a summary of the case. Certainly, my lord. As your lordship is aware, this is a case of overwhelming simplicity. Must be the only ones in here who aren't aware. Yeah. Oh! The incident took place in the late evening, 3 days past. The hour was some minutes after 10. Okay. 3 days ago. Okay. The victim was a maker of building bricks known in the community as Thrice Fired Mason. Sorry? Thrice? He was a very accomplished craftsman. The bricks he fired were said to be almost indestructible. Interesting, write that down. Did he die to a brick? Oh, nope, he died to a stab. The victim's corpse was discovered in an omnibus in service of the streets of London at the time. A dagger that had been... that had been thrust into the victim's abdomen is believed to be the ultimate cause of death. Here's the autopsy report from the investigating medical officer at Scotland Yard. Thank you, counsel. I shall accept that and the photograph as evidence. Thank God. Yeah, I want to see that again. And one further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well. And these are? Good lord! Is that blood, counsel? Yes, my lord. Seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. These gore-soaked gloves were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested. What? Mr. McGilda's gloves had blood on them? Well, I think we lost. Yes, I will accept these as evidence as well. How did I get into this? I'm backed into a corner before I even started. Continuing. According to the driver of the omnibus, there were only 2 passengers traveling inside his vehicle at the time. Only 2? Obviously, one of the passengers was the deceased brickmaker, Mr. Mason. The other was the accused, Magnus McGilded. Well, rather damning. The defendant would say you. Well, of course I have no recollection of such a thing. Mr. McGilded! To be sure, I rode the omnibus that evening, but whenever I'm in my carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness and I always succumb to it. Are you claiming to have been asleep? 'Tis the motion of the carriage, my lord. Lilton, so it is. And when I opened my eyes again, 'twas a desperate sight before me. The body of a man I've never laid eyes on before me in my life. Now I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about my gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. So the blood got on the gloves then after the man had been killed. Unfortunately, that statement of the driver is only beginning. There were multiple witnesses. the precise moment at which the brickmaker was fatally stabbed. Order, order. When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage, and there were witnesses to the crime. This is not just a case of compelling evidence. It's the nail in the coffin for the accused. Thank you, counsel. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear. I think we will hear testimony from these witnesses first of all. Okay, let's do it. Your wish is my command. I summon bailiff. Bring the witnesses in at once. What the frick? I don't trust I don't trust any of these dudes. Witnesses, your names and occupations. My name is, well, everyone calls me Beppo. Like the One Piece thing? I drive an omnibus in the East End. That's the driver. Bruce Fairplay. I'm a banker in the city. My name's First. Lady First. Are you serious? Lady First. I make hats for gents. Let's begin by confirming the facts. 3 days ago, at a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, all of you present in the stand were in an omnibus and witness to the aforementioned incident. Willa D, bro. Yeah, Beppo and the Willa D in one place. Is that correct? Yes, sir. Quite right. Yes, sir. That's right, sir. Very well, then. Let's proceed to your formal testimonies, please. Because you will tell the court precisely what you saw. Oh, boy. Witness testimony. What the witnesses saw. It was the last bus of the evening, so I had a few customers. Okay, I remember it all. The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus. Then, out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife right into his guts. The last bus of the evening, the victim and the man sat next to each other. Okay. That's right, he stabbed him. I screamed, I did. I couldn't help it. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus, and then I saw it too. Unambiguous testimony, I must say. Exactly, my lord. These men witnessed the incident in the omnibus with their own eyes. I'd like to ask a question. Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Why not? Well, this took place outside a moving carriage. Okay, well, in that case, doom. How could those two witnesses possibly have seen what happened? There's no way they could have seen the inside of a moving carriage. Am I dumb? How quaint. I read that civilization in the Eastern Island nations was a good century behind our own. Damn, they're racist. But you're here in London yourself. Are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses? Huh? Tell me, my Nipponese friend. Oh, no. No, is this gonna be a thing? Have you ever traveled in an omnibus? Well, no. We only arrived in London this morning. No matter. I've arranged for us to all see for ourselves the actual scene of the crime, that is. What do you mean? Our carriage is designed to be moved, after all. Presumably you understand that much. The omnibus in which this bloody crime took place is here today in this very building. Here? What? The entire carriage? Bailiff! Bring forth the stricken omnibus. What is happening? They brought the whole thing in? Yo! So that's an omnibus. The omnibus. I can't believe they could bring something so enormous in here. Great Britain's courtrooms are amazing. As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers. 8. Oh. 4 passengers seated inside in the enclosed cabin and another 4 on the rooftop deck above. Every Londoner knows that the best views of the city's architecture and sights are to be had from the top of an omnibus. And I should point out to our foreign guests that there's a skylight in the roof, allowing a view of the interior from the seats above. A skylight? The penny drops at last, I see. These two gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seats on the omnibus when the murder took place. This is how they came to witness the grim incident, though through the skylight. That makes perfect sense. The counsel, this is the first in all my years behind the bench. I never experienced the crime scene itself being brought to the courtroom. What? There are a number of important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence. That is the prosecution's wish. Okay. Very well, I see no reason why not. This omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence. Okay. 4 on top, 4 at the bottom. Can't believe it. The entire crime scene was entered as evidence? Yes, Great Britain is simply extraordinary. I could help myself a lot by giving that omnibus a thorough examination, seeing as it's here. Let us continue with proceedings then. Your cross-examination, counsel. Pray, don't expect this Nipponese stray to understand the intricacies of a British court's cross-examination rights. Ooh, lock in. Alright, my first cross-examination of British court. Focus, Ryunosuke. Focus. It was the last bus evening, so I had a few customers I remember well. How many? How many? Hold it! Yes, I think at the same time after 10, wasn't it? Oh, yes, sir. That's right, sir, yes. Ever so cold, it was freezing. You had 4 passengers on board at the time, is that correct? Yes. Not all traveling the same parts of the bus, though, of course, no. And there were no other passengers when this incident took place, not on the line. So nobody fled the scene of the crime then. I have to say the boss insists on it running. He does. Oh, what? Every evening, the last bus of the day. But I do wonder sometimes if it's altogether worthwhile. Yes, sorry to say. What do you mean by that? Well, what with it being so cold and everything and only making 20 pence on the run. Yes, I spend that much at the pub on the way home just trying to warm up again. Oh. The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus.
Hold it!
You saw him through the skylight in the roof of your carriage. That's right, when you sit on top of the deck, the window's right there at your feet. Lamp inside, had a good view. McGilded short. That's something I've said to someone. I couldn't have mistaken him for someone else. Let's not forget, when the vehicle came to a halt, the only people inside the enclosed cabin were the deceased Mr. Mason and Mr. Gilded. There is no room for doubt here. I really wish there were. Now in the blue, the accused is reached over and plunged a knife. Why? You saw the moment. Or a Ford, feared income, hardworking. Nah, you're not trustworthy. Whoa. My mind's made up. What? I don't like the stinking rich. Now little leprechaun. Whoa. What did I do? What the fuck? I just held I pressed them twice. You see, that's how the members give their verdicts. Apparently, yes. White for innocent, black for guilty. 6 members of the jury make up their minds about the case, one by one. Each casts a ball fired into the great scales of justice. So if those enormous scales fall completely to the black side, that means he's guilty. Oh, God. Alright, I guess we'll just keep going. That's right, he stabbed him. I screamed, I did it. I couldn't help it. I remember seeing the little gent sitting next to the fellow that was stabbed. I've been thinking about a new hat design. You see, so I was gazing absentmindedly around. But then I happened to look down through the skylight. Yeah, Naruto's face is great. He has good expressions. It's sticking right out of his belly. Okay. That didn't help. Am I not allowed to just mash press? Mr. First. Is this the knife? Oh, what? Oh, good grief. What is that? This is the blade that was driven to the victim's belly like a stake through the heart. It isn't. Furthermore, the scabbard is emblazoned prominently with a certain initial. Uh-oh. The letter Shit. Emperor Magnus or McGilden. It seems that this particular big name in London made a magnificent mistake. Who the fuck said that? That's me? But there are M's everywhere. Like, yes. Like in Mason. Objection. This blade is far too extravagant for a poor brickmaster to have owned. What? No. This weapon of murder almost certainly belongs to the accused. Not conclusive, but certainly compelling, counsel. What the hell? My lord, if you'll forgive the interruption. Oh, no. Mr. McGill is a pillar of society and a gentleman's word should be sacrosanct. What? No. Those of us sincerest know we must accept hard truths. Wait. Am I just gonna lose? No. I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like to eradicate all traces of filth and grime. What did I do? I painstakingly typed every word uttered here today and cross-reference all the facts. As such, I am not positioned to— oh, no. Not guilty, right? Dude, we only got one dude left. Not again. That's 4 out of 6 jury members. There are only 2 left. Oh. Okay. Alright, we got this. I just need to keep calm and listen to the witness statement again. As soon as I heard a scream, I impressed the last statement. Let me go to the last statement. I'm impressed. Hold it! What exactly did you see? Oh well. Sir, that would be the passenger, sir, collapsed on the floor. And by passenger, obviously you're referring to the victim, Mr. Mason, the brickmaster, brickmaker. And then the other passenger had the knife in his hand, like this. And then he plunged it down like this, stabbing the other passenger in the belly. What? But he said he screamed, he heard the scream and then, like, no. Murder being committed, I want to say something. It wouldn't be right to make a decision before hearing all the facts, though, I said to myself. What are you doing? Oh my. This is the worst jury ever. Beppo is a long-standing member of this guild, and I trust what the man says. Oh, thank you, sir. You're too kind. Fuck you. Oh. Which now means that 5 jurors agreed to condemn this man. Grandma, please! Grandma! Madam Juror number 6. You have heard the testimonies of the witnesses in the stand. Oh no. Game over. Why are you yet to pronounce your leaning? Well, dear, the thing is I'm a creature of habit. I always go to the park around this time of day and sit down on a nice bench to get on with my knitting. There's a lovely little park just near where I live. McGilded Park it's called. The gentleman donated to the city, and I was put a smile on London's face. I can't imagine such a fine young gentleman would have it in him taking our man's life. What I'm saying. Mom, can we go to the park? How many Londoners live with their heads in the clouds? Do you people not know? What kind of a man Magnus McGilded really is? What kind of a man is he? The philanthropist, Magnus McGilded, had enough wealth to purchase the entire city he claims to value so highly. But where did all that wealth come from? Your client is a Shylock, sir, and one with the very darkest of souls. Son the crows. McGilded lends money at extortionate rates of interest, so his victims have no hope of repaying him. When they default, he takes possession of everything they own. He's a vulture that preys on the weak. I've never heard any mention that before. Your faculties haven't desired you, I'm sure, madam. So had this thought not crossed your mind, would a man wealthy enough to buy London in its entirety not have a carriage of his own? Oh shit. I never thought of that. What possible reason could this man have had to make use of a public omnibus service? You're not saying that. The victim, a poor brickmaker, had next to nothing to his name, save considerable financial liability. It will come as no surprise that his creditor was the accused, Magnus McGilded. But let it also be known that the very day Mr. Mason was killed was the final repayment day for his debts. Good gracious. The brickmaster was astute. He had lost his house. He had not a shilling with which to repay his debts. And in the end, this pitiful soul had the very last thing he owned from him, his life. I summon, but the merciless philanthropist pretender, Magnus McGilded. I don't believe it. Hold, chill, daddy, chill. If I might add something briefly. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. You claim that the victim lent money. Where's that evidence? Where that? Prove it. What? He's drinking on the job. I don't have anything to drink in here. Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hollowed chalice in a court of law. There it is. Lord Von Zeke's hollowed chalice. What the hell? But I found myself in unexpectedly good humor. I had heard ladies from the Far East could show great courage, but I didn't expect to experience it myself. Oh my gosh. What a pity that your display of courage is in vain. This is the debtor's ledger, which details all monies loaned by the accused. You will find the victim's name clearly recorded inside. Oh. Allow me to present this ledger as evidence. And pray forgive the discourtesy of raising my chalice in a toast to the enigmatic East at the same time. They're always calling me Easterner. A marvelous toast, counsel. Counsel? Yeah. I will gladly accept this new evidence. Well, shit. Okay. Ah, yes, 20 guineas. The victim owed a considerable sum, and the accused made quite certain he had ample recompense. Oh, Grandma's so sad. I feel so bad for Grandma. No. Well, it would seem I've had the wool pulled over my eyes. No, no, no! Regrettably, madam, this is the modus operandi of the accused. And it's such a pretty little part too. What a scoundrel. No! Still, maybe it's all for the best. No, wait! I don't stand for nonsense. No, I lose. What the fuck? According to his Encyclopedia of British Law, when all members, it's GG's. That's a there's a footnote. Huh? However, the defense. Wait. Yo, Granny. Allow me to convey my respect for your swift and righteous decision. According to the laws of this country, I will not conclude the trial by delivering my final verdict. I trust there are no objections. Mr. Sato, just tell me one thing. Oh, yes? You were in the middle of saying something before. The footnote in your Encyclopedia of British Law, Howard, the defense. What did it say next? Oh, yes, of course. One moment. When all members of the jury have concluded the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended, and the proceeding judge will deliver the final verdict sentence. However, the defense has the right to demand a summation examination of the jurors at this point. What? A summation examination? A summation examination? From which country has that tome you have there been resurrected? Judging from the binding, I would say the book is at least 50 years old. Any modern text on British law wouldn't even give such an adequate procedure a mention. It's a relic, long forgotten, and certainly no longer practiced. So you're out of luck. Oh. Damn. What even is it, Mr. Sato? This so-called summation examination. Oh, one moment, I'll read about it. You would demand the right to a procedure before you even understand what it entails? Typical Nipponese. Oh my god, it sounds so bad every time. Alright, Mrs. Naruhodo, I think I understand. It seems that under this procedure, we would be able to appeal to the members of the jury. To do what exactly? Appeal to them to change their leading and reverse the decisions. And it says here that, if successful, the proceedings of the trial must be resumed. Oh my god, make them reverse their decisions. Yes, in times gone by, barristers would use a summation examination to attempt to influence the jury's decision, but the procedure became something of a formality with no practical benefit really, so rather fell out of use. I wonder why. Because it was devoid of purpose. Changing just one member of the jury's mind would be hard enough, let alone several. No self-respecting defense barrister would even assess his rights to try to in this day and age. Still, I don't see any mention of the procedure actually being formally revoked. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What are you suggesting? I'm suggesting that although it may be antiquated and largely forgotten, it isn't yet extinct. What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? A summation examination, our last possible option. Do we assert our right to carry it out or admit defeat? Fuck it, dude. I'm trying to play the game. The defense wishes to assert its right to a summation examination, my lord. London is the capital city of the most powerful nation on earth. We have a duty to the world to exemplify the very highest standards of judicial procedure. Summation examinations are an embarrassment that should remain buried. Objection. But if it's our right, it's our right. I believe it could prove vital in this trial. The defense position is perfectly valid. The court will proceed with the summation examination. This is madness. Foreman, are you and the Rainier of the jury ready? Well, I'm not, there's no mention of this in the letter I received. Members will be asked to explain on what grounds. Okay. Oh, okay. That's why, okay. Well, my lord, you're rather putting us on the spot. This is the most regular. No mention was made of this before. I don't know really how well this is justified. This seems to have thrown the jurors off. Seems none of us experienced this before. Alright then, summation examination, defense procedure, no practicing lawyer has attempted for years, is it? Well, just maybe it might be the opportunity we've been looking for. So be it then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. The court hereby calls upon you to state the grounds on which you find the defendant Magnus McGilded guilty of this most serious crime. Oh god, where's judicial findings? The jurors' consensus. There was no Nelson occurred at the time, so I had to have been him. I trust the driver, he's an excellent memory it seems. 4 passengers with fares totaling 20 pence. He stuck the chap next to him just like this, brazen I must say, absolutely brazen. I simply typed and collated all the statements made thus far and done a logical conclusion. When you trust the guild, fair fares is our motto. We haven't raised prices above 4 pence for years. The scoundrel stabbing the poor man on the floor begs belief. Wow. Don't seem to have wonderfully formed arguments though, do they? Let's see what they can do. I have to throw everything I can at them. That's not how it works. I thought I was going to have to thaw their icy mind to some heartwarming rhetoric about the defendant. Unfortunately, once the jurors have decided the defendant is guilty, they're unlikely to hear anything the defense says. But then, they've reached their conclusions by their own reasoning. You see, your pleas will sound like excuses. In fact, they could recoil on you. The more you try to persuade them, the more entrenched they may become. Then what Earth am I supposed to do? No, for real. I'm just citing what I read about British law. From what I can understand, the key to this procedure is using the juror's own words to make your arguments. What do you mean? Well, 6 of the jurors are randomly selected. They may appear to be present in a unified front. Truth is, they are complete strangers who just happen to find themselves in a courtroom together. And that's why they break it down, you mean? Oh, I got you. So... I got it. Contradictions are my favorite. Well, that one maid girl... Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I can do this. I'm instigating. I'm actually instigating. I have to pull this off. I like to instigate this. Oh, I'm ready. Oh, I'm ready. Jury examination.
Hold it!
But could there be some sort of explanation? Yeah. Oh dear, it doesn't appear to be in the mood to consider an alternative point of view. No, I'm gonna have to pit the jurors against one another like Sato-san said. Finding contradictions. Well, can I like... Oh, I like it! You can trust the guild. Fair fares is our motto. We haven't raised prices above 4 pence for years. Well, if there's 4 people, it can't be 20. I am a math minor.
Objection!
Those two statements clearly contradict each other. Me? Oh dear, what have I said? I swear on Silver Blaze's main name, I haven't the first idea what you're talking about. According to the group testimony we've heard so far, there were 4 passengers on the omnibus on the night of question, and according to the coachman, Mr. Beppo, he took 20 pence in fares. Quite right, I have those precise details typed neatly in front of me. Wait. Quite right, and juror number 5 also tells the following: the fare of the phenomenon was always 4 pence. That is a fair and convenient single price, just the way London's carriages should be operated, but that doesn't add up at all. In fact, it leaves a glaring discrepancy for the facts. Why, man, why? 4 passengers paying 4 pence each. If you do the multiplication, it would be 16 pence. Exactly. As I said, it doesn't add up. The figures are different. By 4 pence, in fact. Or precisely, one person's fare. One person's fare. Yes, in other words, on the omnibus that night, it's distinctly possible there was another passenger we've heard nothing about. Good gracious. This can't be right. The coachmen of the guild are good, honest men. One and all, trustworthiness is our watchword. The figures your coachman claims most certainly do not add up. Your watchword, good fur is a fallacy. I beg your pardon? Mr. Guildmaster, I think you ought to consider that if this trial were done now, the news will surely spread all over London. The news that one of your coachmen tried to hide the fact that he let nefarious characters ride his omnibus. Alright, then how do I make this so miserable trial doesn't end? Well, according to my book here, you simply just launch a ball of fire into the innocent side, set the scales. Oh yeah. Yeah. Wait till I get my hands on you, Beppo. Oh, thank God. This is very irritating. Begging your pardon, I'm going to do the same. Let's go! Oh, thank God. For the love of Mike. But it can be the difference between a smile and a tear, after all. I certainly can't put my trust in someone who doesn't follow my exacting standards in financial matters. I, for one, think it's only proper that we hear from the witnesses again. Oh, thank God. Oh, sweet heavens. If we manage to get in 2 more judges' lines, we can force the trial to continue. Okay, 2 more. There's something else that's bothering me. Okay, let me double check. I got this. Yeah. Okay. He stuck the chap next to him just like this. Brazen, I must say, absolutely brazen. I have simply typed and collated all the same and made those forms, drawn a logical conclusion. The scoundrel stabbing that poor man on the floor. Oh. Well.
Objection!
Oh. Did I do it right? Oh yeah, I did. Woo! Those 2 statements are completely contradictory. What? Oh dearie me, I was only knitting. What was all this claptrap? What does contradictory even mean, I ask you? Dog. We've heard from more than one witness that they allegedly saw the actual moment when the defendant stabbed the victim. Now, out of curiosity, juror number 3... What, can't see I'm busy here? How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim? What sort of motion was it? Ha! Want to test me, do you? Swing! It was like this. Stuck the fella next to him without even getting up, just like the prim banker said. Yes, that was Mr. Fairplay's testimony, quite true. Now then, juror number 6. Oh, is that me? How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim, madam? Oh well, dear. As far as I understand it, it was like this. He stabbed the poor man after he collapsed on the floor. The coachman said so. Now don't move! Take a look at those 2 jurors. He sucked the fellow next to him without even getting up. And he stabbed the poor man after he collapsed on the floor. I never. They're stabbing in different directions. Wow. Bless my stitches, what a muddle. What this tells us is that there's a strong possibility one of the witnesses isn't telling the truth. Yep. But why? Why the dickens would they lie? I don't know that yet, but what I do know is that if the trial ends at this point, we may never find out. We may never know the real truth. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, can you really let that happen in all good conscience? Lies, you say? Oh, dearie me. Man, she said, put that shit back. I can't abide people telling lies. Yes, sir. The scales. I don't believe it. Oh, how do we do this? Wait, I hear this, my fellow jurors. I warn you, you cannot listen to this man. Look at him in his black suit. He's clearly some devious Eastern sorcerer using magic on us all. Racism. Answer me this, Dark Jinx. Me? What exactly is the problem? What of it if two witnesses have slightly different recollections of events? Let's say that Shylock did stab the victim as he sat next to him in the omnibus, and the young dandy saw him do it. Not saying it was so poor, well, they saw him do it. Well, what's to say it didn't happen like that, huh? Who are you calling a dandy, sir? Who are you calling old? Why should I take his needle to you? Yes, kill each other. But could the foreman of the jury be right? Did the two witnesses see two different moments of the same crime? No. Unfortunately. What are you saying is impossible? It's impossible. I have the picture. What else is here? One in the right direction. So what's your evidence? I say the two witnesses saw two different moments of the crime. You say that other question. Show me proof. I got you. As you wish. I'll give you proof. Let's see what we got. Single stab wound. Okay, I can give him the autopsy report or the picture. I know I'm right. I just have to make sure.
Take that!
This is the victim's autopsy report. According to what's written here, Mr. Mason was stabbed in the abdomen only once. Only once? It's quite simple. The victim was stabbed precisely one time, which means these witnesses can't possibly have seen it happen two different times. Oh! Let's go. Wait, that means 4 jurors are now leading to not guilty. We've won. What are you playing at, you dandy fool? Shut your trap, sir. No one deceives me. But we had a consensus. I said, shut your trap. I know a liar when I see one, and if the chap ever dares to cross the threshold of my shop, I'll take this razor-sharp blade and shave every last hair off his head. Please tell me the barber. Well, in a quite remarkable turn of events, the defense's summation examination has flipped the balance of the scales of justice. The jurors now stand at 2 for guilty and 4 for not guilty. Accordingly, there is no longer a large enough majority among the jury for me to educate, and the trial must continue. Oh, thank God. I hereby ask the defense, prosecution, and witnesses to return to their places, and I call upon all of you to continue to pursue the truth. So, Lord Von Zieks, continue to substantiate the case for the prosecution, if you please. Jesus. Oh my God. What pissed him off? Oh my. Having savored the rich aroma of the carmine contents of this hollowed chalice, it may seem crass to crush it thus. Please, but pray forgive the discourtesy. Lord Von Zieks. Ugh. As your antiquated tome no doubt says, the prosecution may not speak during a summation examination, so I honor the deathly silence and listen to the charade. It seems I overestimated the intelligence of the jury. Well, no matter. There is nothing so hard to prove as a self-evident truth, it would seem. No, and why else would we grace the courtroom with our presence after all? So, let's proceed to the next round of battle. Bring forth the witnesses once more. Bruh. Witnesses, I trust you heard the summation examination we just had to endure. Yeah. You, sir, on the end. The coachman, I believe it's Beppo. Yes, sir. My lord, sir. If it transpires that in your previous testimony you were attempting to veil the presence of a fit passenger in your omnibus, you'll be found guilty on perjury. You are advised to bear that in mind, sir. Oh mio Dio. Now then, witnesses, I hereby call on you to testify before the court again. You will explain the various misgivings brought to our attention by the defense's summation examination. Alright, what we got, bro? I only carried 4, I swear, but... Well, I for one was told I had to pay 5. You feel less than the fare you did, and then I saw the bullet currently inside as well. It was all too much. I tell him as stabbing that man everything I said before stands. I think so, yes. You think so, yes. You think so, yes. Okay. Okay. The phantom 5th passenger conjured into existence by my learned Eastern friend never existed. The confusion had arisen from the coachman's sly little Kozina. What? Beppo, explain yourself. I'm sorry, Guildmaster. The Guild's fare has 4 pence across the board. You know that. Am I understand that you've been overcharging our passengers by a penny? It's so cold, and the last one of the day is always half empty. Damn. You're a disgrace, Beppo. Your self-inaction that brought dishonor on the entire guild. You know me, sir. I had to pay 10 pence. What? Okay. Well, it appeared that one of the aforementioned misgivings has already been explained. So, counsel for the defense, your cross-examination. I see you intended to continue the parlor games. Absolutely. Alright, what we got? I only carried 4 passengers, I swear. 1 passenger, you didn't charge them for the increase. It's impossible to make the last run of the day pay, so cold. All I gotta do is stop myself from passing out. Yeah. It's terrible, so I only give myself a pat on the back for even keeping the bus running. So the dedicated coachman deserve an extra penny per passenger. You're digging a deeper hole for yourself here. If only there had been a 5th passenger. Damn. Whatever. I was told to pay 5. Okay. So-called discrepancy. My learned friend identified nothing of the sort. Ay. Looks like the fam killer you desperately needed. It's gone, dead, and buried. I'm unhappy if it was in the first place. Okay, nothing from those first 2 sentences. I saw the blood curdling. Yeah. Loathsome sight. Oh well, not exactly, sir. I mean, I didn't actually see the moment. Interesting. I heard the banker. Okay.
Hold it!
That's what I said. For just a moment he hesitated before answering the question. Anyway, there's only the 2 of them inside the carriage, wasn't there? I think Mr. Fairplace has made jars with me. I wish I could work out what it was.
Hold it!
I think you testified that was the one there. Yeah. Use 4 and describe the assailant one live like a big group. I was driving the horses when I heard a scream from the seats of the roof deck. That's when I turn around. Yes, I saw it through the skylight. I didn't know what was up before, and the knife was sticking out. Yes, and I fell over. No one saw this guy get set.
Struth!
What the fuck? Struce! I didn't even know you could do this the whole time.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. No way. Excuse me. You have something to say about that, Mr. Fairplay? I know what you're thinking. You didn't really see the exact moment the fellow stabbed. What are the chances of that? Eh? Are you asking me or telling me? He's getting flustered. Might be able to extract some new information from him if I answer cleverly. Could you have just happened to see the moment? No chance. Unless you spend your time peeping through a skylight. Ha. It was a grim scene, I don't mind telling you. Alright, tell me. What's up? Excuse me, I was getting a little hot under the collar. Oh, I can do that alright. I'll tell you just how grim it was. Okay. Do you think I'd forget the sight of those blood-soaked hands?
Objection!
Blood-soaked hands? Well, I'm ready to start a disagreement, Mr. Fairplay, but that's more than a little peculiar. Here are the gloves worn by the defendant, Mr. McGilded, on the night in question. Yeah. And it certainly does appear to be a sizable dark-colored stain, but I'm sure you can see it's only on the right-hand glove. And sure, Mr. Fairplay, your testimony is inconsistent. But no. It's about stab, isn't it, man? Grr. Mr. Fairplay, it was if your last statement was a lie, you called your entire testimony into question. You said you saw the moment the victim was stabbed, but is it really the truth?
Objection!
Oh. It was a simple mistake. You can't justify accusing this man of lying. Yes, it wasn't both hands, it was only one, but the fact remains. The victim's blood was on the accused. No, Mr. Fairplay categorically stated that he saw blood all over both hands, which means there's a strong possibility that this witness was deliberately trying to mislead the court. Why? I'm a city banker, and my word shall be the golden standard. I'm a gentleman, not some gutter snipe. Upstanding members of society don't... What? He's going to have no reason to lie, but is that really the case? Mr. Naruhodo, if we had some evidence to explain why Mr. Fairplay might be lying, it could turn the tide into his trials completely. Something to show has compelling reason to lie in his testimony. Why would you lie? Let's see. What do we have? Can we open this? Like Loki? Ah, oh, my leg's so itchy. Ah. Ah! I knew it. Interesting. Interesting. I have evidence. Very well.
Take that!
There's a list of debtors. Cool money to Mr. McGilded. Yes, a list of innocent victims crippled by the accused extortion. Well, the point is, among the names of those debtors in your name, Mr. Bruce Fairplay. You're currently indebted financially to the accused. It's barely worth it being called a debt. According to this letter, you owe 20 guineas, not an inconsiderable sum of money, would you say? Well, what of it? But suppose Mr. McGilded were to be found guilty of murder, what would become of your debt in that case? Be sentenced to be capital punishment, all else cease to exist. Mr. Fairplay, is it not the case that you claimed in your testimony to have not seen something you never in fact saw? In a devious attempt to annul your debt of 20 guineas to the defendant. Well, I think it's over. You got it. Order. Let me ask you again, and be aware that your answer may have the most serious implications upon your future, sir. Did you or did you not see the precise moment in which the defendant is alleged to have thrust a knife into the victim? Your silence speaks volumes. You did not tell the truth in your testimony. Alright, now let's make a melodrama out of this. Oh no.
Objection!
Oh my god, you all are liars. Let's see what you did and what you did not see. This is good news. Hold on. I'm streaming. You want to say hi? Oh, they can't see. I'm face cam right here, but you're not in it.
How many people watching you?
Like 4, 5.
Are they all your friends?
I don't know if Solby and Chris are here anymore. I don't know. Probably.
Fuck you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ah? April Fools. Ah, joking.
Alright, I'm gonna end it because I'm tired. Say hi. Oh god. I think that's a good place to end it. I don't want to go through a whole other cross-examination. Yes, we'll be here. I'm gonna end it. It's late. It's 11:15, but that was cool. I like the whole get the jury to fight each other. That's a cool mechanic. I hope they do that for every court case, including 2. But we'll see. My foot's itchy. I don't remember if I saved. I have to save again. This case is fun. I like this case. Yeah, we'll probably play next Tuesday again. I don't want to play Nier. I'm between this game and Nier. Well, honestly, since I'm already like, what's the word? In the 3rd episode, I might want to just finish at least the first game. I'm only 8 hours in, dude. It feels like I've been playing this game for like 30 hours. Well, I'm gonna end it. So, thanks for watching. If you like what you watched, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you in a week, because Thursday I'm probably super busy. Fuego! I love you. I love you. Alright. Good night, y'all. I'm gonna take off my contacts. I'm so tired. Bye.